everyone and welcome to Sample Sunday. This is another update for my hashtag 365 days of samples project, so let's just dive right into it. So as always, I start with the products that I would not purchase the full size of. The first thing I have here is from Fresh. This is the Rose Face Mask. It is a 15 milliliter jar, so this is now empty. I didn't really like this that much. It was an okay product, like a very decent face mask. It was a little bit hydrating, but not overly so, and I've had some really dry skin recently, so I really was trying this out hard. Like, I wanted it to work, and it just didn't. Like, my skin just hasn't been improved from this particular mask. So it's supposed to also tone, which I didn't notice any difference or improvement in my skin like at all with this mask. So it was kind of disappointing because I really like Fresh, like the brand. I really like it, and I've had some pretty good luck with their products before, but it does seem that some products I either really fall head over heels in love with, or some products just don't impress me at all. So this just happened to fall into the second category, so I'll be searching elsewhere for a more hydrating face mask. So I actually have a second Fresh face mask that I wouldn't purchase the full size of. This is the Vitamin Nectar Vibrancy Boosting Face Mask, and this one is a little 4 milliliter foil packet. So I didn't like the texture of this, first of all. It really reminded me of like orange jam, you know, like marmalade. As soon as I opened the packet and I started squeezing some of it out, I just went, oh no. This just feels really weird. Like, it's very sticky, and when I was putting it on my face, I was like, this just feels wrong. Like, I should not be slathering jam on my face. Like, I couldn't get over the texture at first. So I did keep this on for the full 10 minutes because I was really curious as to what my skin would look like after using this weird textured mask. And I was so unimpressed. Like, I was thinking, okay, it feels kind of weird. It smelled amazing. Like, it did have that beautiful sweet citrus smell, which I am so crazy about. So I could deal with that part of it. So I was hoping that it was going to really refresh my face, be hydrating, like just make my skin look brighter, something. And when I rinsed my face off, I was like, that's it? It was so anticlimactic. I just was like, okay, all right. It says to use every 2-3 days, so I used the second half of it about like 4 days later. And again, it was the same thing. Just very unimpressive. My skin just did not look any better. I've used face masks and treatments and stuff before where after that first application, I've noticed a difference immediately. If it's something that's supposed to be overnight, I've noticed the difference in the morning. I've noticed something after 10 minutes. I've noticed something after 2 minutes. Like, I have noticed it before, so really I guess these Fresh face masks aren't good for me. And the third and final product that I would not purchase the full size of is the little perfume from Atelier Cologne. This is Bergamot Soleil. A very pleasant citrusy scent. Like I said before, I like citrus scents. This just had a little bit of a sharpness to it, something that was like kind of a woody sort of scent. And I find that when citrus and wood scents combine, they just don't mix very well with me personally. Like, I just smell more of that dark, like, muskiness instead of the citrusness on my skin, which I really prefer. Like, I like to smell like citrus. I don't want to smell musky. Like, I don't really like that in perfumes. Like, I don't like when that's the strongest thing that takes over. So I use the remnants on popsicle sticks to scent my room. I've mentioned this before because this was a tip that somebody left for me in the comments last year when I was doing this series, that if you have popsicle sticks, you can put perfume on it to sort of like scent your room. And I have been doing that with fragrances that I like the smell of but don't like them on me. So that way I get to enjoy the scent a little bit and my room gets to smell nicer too. It's just, I wouldn't spend all that money for like a room freshener. Like, no. I mean, I've got candles, I've got other stuff, so I don't need a very expensive luxury perfume to put on popsicle sticks to freshen up my room, but I'll use samples gladly in that way. So moving on now to products that I would purchase the full size of. The first one I have here is from Laura Mercier. This is a foundation primer in Blemishless, and as I mentioned in my last update, I liked it so much that I was willing to cut it open because I was willing to work for it. I liked it that much. It had a very light lotion-like texture to it. I felt like it absorbed really easily, and my foundation went on top of it very, very nicely. Like, it just was effortless. I wasn't dealing with any sort of problem issues, not on any part of my face. And I do have combination skin, which has been a lot drier recently than normal, and this stuff worked really, really well. And I felt like it also kept blemishes at bay. Like, I did not add anything else to my skincare routine that would fight like acne. And I mentioned before how I was struggling with some breakouts from some products I had experimented with last year, and I had a really hard time getting my skin back in check. And then with being sick, like, it was just a total skin nightmare. And I think this stuff really, really improved my skin. I credit this too with like not even getting like that time of the month breakout, which it's like clockwork. I always get that, and I did not get one this month. And like I said, the only acne fighting thing I used in my skincare routine was this primer. So I can't see how it could have been anything else. So this is definitely very high on my list to purchase at some point in the future. Like, this is going to be a primer that is going to be in my regular routine. It's not something that I would necessarily use every single day because I do like different primers for different reasons, but I would definitely use this one a lot because it just made my skin look so much better from using it. And it's so nice when you use a makeup product that helps your skin long term. So it's like, I have decent looking makeup and skin like on a day-to-day basis, but when I take my makeup off, my skin looks good too. And so I definitely will be buying this at some point, like just waiting to justify it because I have so many primers right now. And the second and last product that I would purchase the full size of is from Laneige, and this is the Water Bank Serum, and it says that it's an ultra hydrating serum, and it absolutely was that. I wish I still had some of this left because my skin was feeling better while using this, and now it's kind of going back to being dry again. I don't know what's going on with my skin these days. Do not know, can't explain it, but this stuff was helping, and it was helping the really dry areas around like my nose especially has been so dry, and this stuff was really helping to hydrate it. I used it a little bit in the mornings, but often I just like slathered it on at night and then whatever else I was putting on top of it, and it worked so well. It really is such a nice light texture. It's not too liquidy, not too watery, even though it's like really heavily water based. It's not a watery serum. I don't like very thin liquidy serums at all, and I don't like ones that are too thick either, and this is just a nice light texture. It's actually very similar in texture to the Laura Mercier foundation primer, so I think I know I have a type when it comes to like face products like that. I like things that are sort of like in between, something that's not quite liquidy but not quite super thick lotiony. Like, I want a hybrid product, and that's definitely what this was. So really enjoyed it a lot, and it's going on my wish list. So that brings us to products that I have still remaining that I'm working on currently, and I have 2 deluxe size makeup products which I'm going to put back into my collection. As I mentioned in my last update, I was thinking about doing that, and then I had a lot of positive feedback, so that's definitely what I'm going to do now. Once I've tried something, if I like it, I'm going to keep it. And if I don't like it, I can declutter it or give it away. And that way I can start going through all of the deluxe size makeup I have and working through it instead of just trying to finish stuff when I'm working on so many other things. So I did really like both of these. The Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Light Medium Bronzer worked very well for me. Very nice light bronzer, smells delicious, that beautiful chocolate scent. And it was just a really good matte bronzer. I don't use bronzer a lot, which is why I said having something this size would be great for me, because where I don't use it so frequently, just having a little bit of it when I want it is much better than having a full size product that rarely gets used. So I feel like something like this would take me a very, very long time to finish, so I don't feel bad about putting it back into my collection, as well as the Nudestix Magnetic Eye Color in Angel, which I did not use this past 2 weeks because I've been focusing on other things, just to be completely honest. This just hasn't been a concern of mine because I tried it, I liked it, and I have a lot of eye crayons and pencils and stuff that I'm working on with other challenges, so this one I just kind of put it aside, and I was just committing myself to putting it back in my collection because I'm rotating through so many things. And if I try to do too many projects at one time using too many overlapping products, like I'm not going to be successful and I'm not going to accomplish what I want to accomplish, which is either to push products out or declutter things that I don't like. And where I like both of these right now, it just does not make sense to be forcing myself to finish it where I have so many other things to try out. So I'm going to talk about the remaining things very, very quickly. I don't like to get into much detail when I haven't finished the product yet because my opinion might very well change. So the first thing I have here is the Renewed Hope in a Jar from Philosophy. This is a face moisturizer. I really like this, still really like this. There's nothing I can say about that. I liked it before I put it in this project. So moving on, the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. I kind of like this. Like I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Like I'm not madly in love with it. If I was done with this now, like if I've only used this like maybe five or six times, somewhere around there. And honestly, like if that was all I had left, like if this was done now, this would be in the products I would not repurchase. Like in comparison to the Laura Mercier, which was like so good, this one just doesn't measure up to that one. So right now I wouldn't repurchase this one because like it's an okay primer. I don't mind using it, but it's not my favorite. I've definitely tried things that I like better. The Lancome Ion Correction Advanced Multi-Correcting Eye Balm. Like, give me a moment with this thing because I might have found my new holy grail. I was not expecting it. I will be completely honest, when I first went to use this, I had already made up my mind that I was not going to like it because I've had so many bad experiences with eye creams and just things not working that I was just feeling like, okay, let's just give this a shot and, you know, see what this thing is like. I put it on underneath my eyes and it absorbed so quickly and my under eyes look so smooth and I just went, okay, okay, all right, Lancome, all right, you're not playing around here. And so I put a little bit more on at night and I went, okay, well, we'll sleep on it. Literally sleep on it and see what happens. No dryness under my eyes, no balling up of product, no creasing, diminishing of dark circles. Like, I'm falling in love with this eye cream. I really am. I was researching it. I've already like put it on my Sephora wish list. I'm not gonna lie, it's already there. It's already something that I really want to purchase. Now, you never know. Something might happen and maybe I will fall out of love with this eye cream. I doubt it, but just putting that out there in case the next update comes up and I'm like, I hate this thing. There's probably a very good reason, but right now I absolutely love this and I'm already making plans for the future for purchasing this. Like it's like, when's the next Sephora sale? Because I will be making this mine as it stands right now. Anyway, so update to come, 2 weeks. And the Sephora Pearl Sleeping Mask. So this is actually a full-size product. Did not know that. I believe I got this in like a sample gift bag or something like that, which is why I was like, this little tiny guy must be a sample. It's actually full size. I looked it up on the Sephora website. It's $5. $5 Canadian, so I'm sure it's even less in the US. I have very little left in there right now. Like maybe a quarter of it left, but I really like it. That's why I was on the website looking it up because I liked it and I was like, what's the damage on this? And then when I saw that this is $5, I was like, I'm okay with that. And there's like 10 or 11 different varieties. I almost bought a couple of the other ones and I was like, no, let's finish this one first. Let's finish this one and then see. So this one is the Pearl Mask and it's perfecting and brightening. So I don't really know what it means by perfecting because I don't think my skin is perfect by any means, but brightening for sure. Absolutely. I definitely felt like my skin was brighter. So the combination of this sleeping mask and this eye cream worked so well. Like just on my under eye area alone, like I've been so much happier with the way that it looks there. Like I've been using a lot less concealer underneath my eyes than normal. Like to be completely honest, for like the last week, I haven't been putting concealer underneath my eyes at all. I will use the Becca under eye treatment there, but I have not been putting concealer besides that one. Like I'll use that one and then I just put foundation on top of it and that's all I need right now, in my opinion. Now other people might disagree and be like, you've got crazy dark circles going on, girl, get that concealer going. But in my opinion, from what I see on a day-to-day, I'm like, I don't feel a need for the extra concealer because I like the way that my under eye area looks. You know, none of that lines or craziness going on, which I was dealing with because of like lack of hydration, being sick, just the overall dryness in my skin, like all those things have been eliminated from like these two products. So very happy girl with those two things right now. And I added in another product. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I just couldn't help myself. I made an order from MAC because I needed a new Fix Plus. So of course I got a sample because I ain't turning down free stuff. So this is the Natural Radiance Prep and Prime Primer. This is Radiant Pink. And I do have a full size of the Prep and Prime Primer. I think it's just like the classic version of this. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I know it's the Prep and Prime base, and this is the Radiant Pink version. So it's a little bit glittery, which is the same thing with the other primer, which you only see in certain lights, but when you put foundation and stuff on top of it, like you don't see like the specks of glitter on like some other primers. So I've only used this one a few times, but so far I really like it. I find that my skin does look really radiant, and it helps like even things out. Even before I put any foundation or anything on, I've been really liking the combination of like my somewhat better looking skin and then this stuff, and then I can just like do a light skin thing as opposed to like super heavy amounts of like foundation and concealer, and which doesn't help when your skin's dry. It does not help. And so if I can go lighter and I'm just more comfortable that way, then I'm happy. So I did add this in. I know, sorry guys, but it might happen every now and then. All right, so here is my sample box. I'm going to choose 5 products at random here. I think I might actually concentrate more on the larger products this week, just because I want to try some different stuff out. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood where I want to play. So let's see what we got here. The first thing I have here is a lip gloss. This is from Marc Jacobs. This is Pretty Thing. It's a high shine gloss. Second product is this little guy from Pixi. This is the Mini Brow Trio. Third product is this body lotion from Hempz. This is Exotic Green Tea and Asian Pear. The fourth product is another lip gloss. Alright, this really will be a test this week. This is from NARS, and this is the Orgasm lip gloss. And the fifth product is this product from First Aid Beauty. This is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. You know what, I actually feel like picking some more products. I don't know, let's turn this from 10 items to 12, just because. I think I'm going to pick a foil this time. I've got from the Estée Edit, this is the Pink Peony Overnight Water Pack. Alright, so let's pick one more product here. Alright, so I have from ModelCo the Highlighting Trio in Champagne, Peach, Bellini, and Bronze. So that is everything for my update. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Please subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss another update. And make sure you're here next Sunday for an update for my lipstick roulette. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, a wonderful week ahead of you, and I will see you soon. Bye.